Welcome to Auto Talks, Saturday, January 30th, 2021, weekly automotive updates. Before we get started, please subscribe to the channel so you can get a notification whenever a new video is posted. Number 1. Global semiconductor shortage forced automakers to cut production. The microchip shortage has claimed another victim. This time, is Ford's Chicago assembly plant that produces the popular Ford Explorer and Lincoln Aviator midsize SUVs. Ford will idle 2 shifts next week to optimize production. Ford's Louisville plant that produces the value Ford Escape and Deluxe Lincoln Corsair crossovers is currently down for the same reason. The impact of the crisis varies by manufacturer. General Motors said it has so far faced no closures or shutdowns, but Toyota, Volkswagen, Honda, Mercedes-Benz, Audi, Subaru, and Nissan have all made cutbacks in the US or other parts of the world. Stellantis, the new industry giant formed by the merger of Fiat Chrysler Automobile and France PSA Group, currently has 2 North American plants closed. Ford has been one of the hardest hit. Number 2. Qualcomm launches new auto platforms stretching from infotainment to autonomous control. In a sign of validation from one of the largest auto OEMs, Qualcomm has been working with GM for 10 years on communications applications, including C-V2X, which launched with the Buick GL8 MPV in China in 2020. According to GM, the companies are working together on next-generation telematics system, future advanced driver assistance system, and digital cockpits, including using the 3rd generation Snapdragon Automotive cockpit platform. Number 3. Toyota overtook Volkswagen to become the world's top-selling automaker in 2020. Volkswagen took the sales crown from Toyota back in 2015. Toyota said on Thursday its group-wide global sales fell 11.3% to 528 million vehicles in 2020. That compared to a 15.2% drop at Volkswagen to 9.305 million vehicles. Toyota has weathered the pandemic better in part because its home market Japan and the Asian region in general have been less affected by the outbreak than Europe and the United States. As demand for cars rebounds, particularly in China, Toyota, Volkswagen, and other manufacturers are scrambling to tap growing demand for electric cars. Toyota said the ratio of electric vehicle it sold last year grew to 23% of total sales from 20% in 2019. Number 4. Biden's push to replace U.S. government fleet with electric vehicle lifts EV stocks. Biden announced that through one of his upcoming executive orders, the U.S. will plan to use taxpayers' money to replace the government fleet of approximately 600,000 vehicles over time with fully electric vehicles. Biden also said that with the Made in America executive order he's signing, he's going to raise the content threshold for manufacturing a domestic vehicle for the federal government. The change requires at least 50% of the components vehicle to be made in America. Practically, depending upon how the domestic content rate is defined and calculated, 50% may not be easy to reach. Anyway, it's a good news for the EV stocks in America. Number 5. General Motors sets 2035 as a target to phase out gasoline diesel-powered vehicles globally. General Motors has set a 2035 target date for phasing out gasoline and diesel-powered vehicles from its showrooms globally. Among the first major automakers to put a timeline on transitioning to a fully electric lineup. Number 6. The Tesla Model S and Model X gets a radical redesign. Specifically, the interior and powertrain components get a rework, while the exterior changes are more modest and would require a Tesla fan person to point out. Those exterior changes include reworked front and rear fascia, more aggressive hunches, and a sleeker hood. Number 7. Volkswagen CEO has put a price tag of about $42,000 on their newly released flagship EV base model. The EV is being developed in a project called Project Trinity, and it is expected to compete with Tesla's Model S sedan. This concludes the weekly automotive updates for this week. Please subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.